What's going on, everyone? It's Alex from E4I. Today is September 9th, 2014, which means Apple held their iPhone 6 event today. So in this video, I'll be showing you exactly what Apple announced in today's keynote. So we knew a lot going into this keynote. A lot of things were leaked, and a lot of what we knew held up to be true. Obviously, there are two new iPhones this year. There's two different sizes. A 4.7-inch iPhone, which is called the iPhone 6, still actually bigger than the iPhone 5S, and then an even bigger version, which is a 5.5-inch version called the iPhone 6 Plus. The iPhone 6 Plus is kind of like a supercharged version of the iPhone 6. It has a better battery life. The whole home screen can actually rotate to be in landscape mode because of the bigger 5.5-inch screen. And it also has a higher pixel density, so a better screen resolution. So you should know what both the iPhone 6 and the iPhone 6 Plus look like already. There's been tons of leaks. We pretty much knew exactly what it was going to look like going into the event. So the iPhone 6 Plus has the same exact design as the iPhone 6, it's just a little bit bigger. So as far as features go, a lot of the features between the iPhone 6 and the iPhone 6 Plus are actually shared. Obviously, they're both going to ship with iOS 8. They both have an A8 chip as well as an M8 coprocessor. They both have increased health apps. Both have a barometer, so they're going to be able to do cool things with the weather. 3 times faster Wi-Fi. So a lot of the specs between the two phones are shared. There's not a whole lot different. You'll start to see some differences once we go over the camera specs. Apple's never huge in just punching as many megapixels as they can into a camera. They really like to focus more on the quality of the lenses, and that's how they produce such a good image. So they're still going to have an 8 megapixel camera. However, there's a completely new sensor in there, so you'll be able to get some really good pictures. But the really cool part is that the iPhone 6 has digital image stabilization, nothing huge there, but the iPhone 6 Plus has optical image stabilization, OIS. That is huge. So the iPhone 6 Plus should be really good for taking pictures and videos. We got 120 frames per second slow motion video in the iPhone 5S. Now going to the 6 and the 6 Plus, they're going to have 240 frames per second as well as 120 frames per second. So you're going to be able to still do your slow motion video, but even slower than you could before. Both the 6 as well as the 6 Plus also have NFC, which is mainly going to be used for Apple Pay, which is something they introduced today. It's brand new. Not really brand new because Android phones have had similar technologies in the past. They've had NFC for a while, Google Wallet, but it's essentially the same idea. You can hold your phone up to the card reader at a store to pay for certain items. It accepts all major credit cards. It's very secure. Apple doesn't get any of your information. The actual store clerk doesn't get your credit card information. So really secure payments with that. And that never really took off with Android. It never became huge. But Apple's such a powerful company that hopefully they'll be able to kind of bring that technology closer to people's everyday lives, and people will start using it more. So the 6 and the 6 Plus are available in the same 3 colors as the 5S were, so silver, gold, and black. The iPhone 6 starts at $199 for 16 gigs and works its way up to 64, then 128 gigs, jumping by $100 each time. And for each model, the iPhone 6 Plus is $100 more. So the iPhone 6 Plus starts at $299 and works its way up from there. Pre-orders start on September 12th, iOS 8 comes out on September 17th, and then the iPhone 6 and 6 Plus both drop on September 19th, so it's right around the corner. Now that was only really half of the announcement because they introduced a completely new product as well, which a lot of people thought was going to be the iWatch, but instead it's just Apple Watch. Now don't get your hopes up too fast, it's not going to be available until early 2015, which may be a little bit of a disappointment, but I actually think that's a good thing because other smartwatch companies are just starting to kind of gain popularity. The Moto 360 just came out, the G-Watch is doing alright, and I think it really gives other companies a chance to kind of hop on the smartwatch game before Apple kind of takes over the market, because I think they're going to have an extreme power in kind of bringing smartwatches, again, closer to people's homes, and people are going to start using them more once Apple comes out with their own version of it. So I think it's a good thing it's not coming out for a little while. It gives other companies a chance to sell their product. So there's lots of different designs for it. There's sporty designs, there's really nice looking ones, but there's really 3 editions too. There's the Apple Watch Sport, which is a little bit more durable, uses a different kind of glass, has different bands, and also the Apple Watch Edition, which uses the highest end materials. There's one 18-karat gold model, so that should be pretty interesting. But the Apple Watch starts at $350, which is a pretty high price to pay for a smartwatch, and obviously that price is going to go up as you go through the different models. It will come in 2 different sizes, a small and a large size, to fit your wrist. There's tons of different actionable notifications, so you can respond to text messages, emails. You can also do a lot with your health, so you can track your workouts. It's very health oriented. But it also works with their new Apple Pay technology. So instead of even pulling out your phone to use that Apple Pay, you can just tap your wrist onto the card reader at a store. You don't even need to pull out your phone to pay. You can just pay using your watch. It will be open to developers, so there's going to be an app marketplace for the Apple Watch. But what I thought was the most interesting thing about the Apple Watch was the different interaction things they showed between different Apple Watch users. So if you have an Apple Watch and someone else you know has one, you can actually use it in different ways. So you can tap someone, which kind of just vibrates on the wrist. It's kind of like a poke on Facebook or something, just kind of a little nudge saying, hey, what's up? You can also sketch, so you can draw a little picture and send it to someone using an Apple Watch. You can also use it as a walkie-talkie, which is less gimmicky and probably more useful than the other interactive features. And you can also feel someone else's heartbeat, so it'll feel my heartbeat and send it to someone else's watch, and they'll be able to feel my heartbeat through their watch. A little bit weird, but it makes for some cool demos, and it'll be fun to play around with once the Apple Watch finally comes out in early 2015. Now, some things that weren't really talked about that much or even at all. The iPod Classic is gone, so you cannot buy that through Apple anymore. The iPhone 5S is now $99 with the contract, and the iPhone 5C is now free with the contract. That's pretty much it. I'm not going to go over too much performance details about the actual iPhones because they're about a week and a half away, so we'll take a look at that once they actually get here. But let me know down in the comments below, what do you think about the event? Are you going to be picking up an Apple Watch once it eventually comes out? And also about the iPhone models. Would you want an iPhone 6 or an iPhone 6 Plus? And also, which color would you pick up? Let me know down in the comments below. Thanks for watching. Stay tuned because I have more coming with both the Moto 360 as well as the iPhone 6 and 6 Plus. I'll catch you in my next video. See ya.
This here, you know, say we are fine extra gear. Let me tell you something, man. I don't want this to feel. Well, I'm young, general, leave you come through the gate. I don't want to hold up like a bait. Pull it arm and dangerous. Come down, general, leave it, 'cause you can't hang around.